Okay, so that was the long term. Oh, well, you're not interested in the long term. We're only interested in what happened 5 minutes ago. Well, geologically speaking, let's look at this interglacial. So the one that was on the right of those documents there, going up and down about 2 degrees, so a 4 degree range over the period it's run for, which is about 10,000 years. We're actually at the end of our current interglacial. It's already declining down towards the next glacial phase of the ice age and has been doing that for about 3,000 years. But let's have a look at the data and see what that says about the relationship between temperature and CO2, as well as the other things. Okay, so here's the graph, and what I'd like you to look at here. I appreciate that this has been made in a way which I don't necessarily approve of, but it's what I have handy to prove a point rather than to test and challenge a point. But it doesn't matter, we can use it in that way. The references to the rendition of the data are in the bottom left corner there. You can go away and check those for yourself. And if you look at this, we're looking at 11,000 years of CO2 on the right and temperature on the left. Again, the anomaly from years, in this case, before 1950. So if you look here, you'll see CO2 has yet to get to the level of 420. That's really just all I want to make. The only point I want to make there, in fact. The point I want to make is that if you look back from today, which is probably, let's just say it's roughly a degree higher than, so where are we, about here? Yeah. Then you're looking at a temperature which, for now, which is considerably colder than the temperatures that applied in what's called the Holocene optimum, which is when the Egyptian empire got started and is about 4,000 years ago for Egypt. Okay, so the temperatures have been going steadily down since the Egyptian empire. They go up and down as they go up and down as they go. By about 2 degrees at the poles and 1 degree at the equator. On about 1,000-year cycle. It's not just a single cycle, it's 2 or 3 cycles working together. Imagine the chord on a guitar rather than a single note. They're all working together and they provide an overall effect. So what you're looking at here, again, during our current short interglacial warm period, this current one, is that it was warmer than now by probably a couple of degrees in Egyptian times. And the CO2 levels were again lower than now, not higher than now. So again, CO2 is definitely not the dominant control of climate change. It looks as though more CO2 made it colder. If you wanted to draw a correlation is causation conclusion, which you never should. And that's the whole basis of this lie in the first place, is a short period of these cycles where CO2 happens to be rising at the same time as temperature. It's not always like that. It's just this little time. And over a reasonable amount of time in terms of the overall Earth climate, it just isn't a dominant control of it. Okay, I hope I've made that point. I'm going to give you some other data that is not from an ice core. This one's from Greenland. This looks like the GISP2 ice core. There are several. There are 6 you can choose from, and they're all a bit different.